We've enjoyed our time here in the Phi Phi Islands, but now it's time to head to a much quieter island that's just under an hour away from here, Koh Lanta. But before catching our boat to this next island, we wanted to get up a viewpoint first thing in the morning. We're at the Phi Phi viewpoint, and to get up here, it was about 50 baht per person. To get up here, we had to climb flight of stairs, and I think it took about 10 or 15 minutes, more or less. But for now, we're gonna catch our breath and soak this view in. The viewpoint is a must that overlooks the Phi Phi Island. There are 3 viewpoints here, and to get up to the first one, you're gonna go over 343 steps, and there is a fee of 50 baht, which is around just under 2 Canadian dollars, $1.50 US dollars, or $1.30 euros. When you get to the first one, it's gonna feel staged with all the signs and such. From here, you could see the 2 bays, Ton Sai on the left and Lo De Loom on the right. Once you're done at the first one, you can head up to viewpoint number 2, which has a cafe and a terrace. View is actually gonna be more visible from here just because there's less obstruction on the way. There's a platform up here as well. Ideally, this is the viewpoint to take your photos from. The last viewpoint is the highest, and there's a fee to get up here. It's separate from the other fee that you're gonna be paying for. We soaked in the views, then we headed down to pack our things and get the boat to Koh Lanta. From the Phi Phi to Koh Lanta, it's a fairly short ride of 45 minutes. Got to Koh Lanta, and from the ferry to where we're staying, I can't pronounce the name of the area, but it's about a 15-minute ride or so, and it was about 300 baht for the both of us, so it's 150 each. And yeah, we're on a little tuk-tuk right now, and it's actually a shared tuk-tuk, so other people were here, but they got dropped off first, and we're getting dropped off last. But yeah, so far, first impressions of Koh Lanta is that it's definitely quiet. Like it's like a sleepy town, but you still see a lot of tourists here actually. In fact, even on the boat, there were quite a few tourists for Koh Lanta, at least from my expectations. But yeah, I don't know how long we're gonna stay here for, but we're just gonna take it day by day, and yeah, I think we're here.
Yeah.
Perfect timing. We got settled in, got food, and sorted out the logistics like getting a scooter and working, and then as we finished, this happened. So we're back at our hotel, and where do I even begin? A lot of things had happened in the past, I don't know, an hour and a half? We were working in the glass house, worked there for a few hours. We met some of the workers there. It's just good vibes in that cafe, and we're definitely gonna go back there for, you know, the rest of our time. Here in Koh Lanta, the roads are nice, but there's also potholes here, a lot actually. Yeah. We've gone over some potholes before and we were fine, and this time around, I went over a pothole, was going over 30 or 40 kilometers per hour, and then our tire was flat. And so, we had to find a shop. I saw a scooter rental place, and then I started knocking, and then there was a lady that came out, and then I told her I had a flat tire, maybe I just need air or whatever, and then she's like, yeah, just take it around back, my husband will try to fix it or try to check it out. And then the guy tried putting air in the tires.
He actually put air first in the tire that was like not flat.
Not flat, yeah, the front tire.
Because
we had a flat on the back, yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like, that was good, and then he checked the back one, and then there's beads that actually sits on the rim, and then that one was not seated properly, so he thought it was the tube, and he's like, I can't repair that, because like if it was, you know, if the tube was flat, because the tube just sits inside the actual tire, that's what's providing air and cushion for the ride. He said he couldn't fix it. Obviously, he's not a mechanic. And then the lady was saying, oh, we should walk just down about 5 minutes away from here. There's a mechanic shop. At that point, for some reason, I don't know, I was just expecting them to charge us, which, you know, kind of makes sense because, like, I don't know, where I come from, they charge you for air in your tires. Started pushing the damn thing on the road. There's only one road, really one main road here in Koh Lanta. Nonetheless, just me and I had to walk, and then I kind of got on the bike and, you know, kind of a mixture of like pushing it and then being on it, riding it very slow without damaging the tire because it's already flat. Found the mechanic shop, got in there, and the people were saying that, oh, we can't like inflate this because the tube is completely done. He's like, we suggest replacing the tire too, the tire itself, because it was slashed. And he was like, it's gonna take an hour, and it's about like, you know, to repair the tube it's 200 baht, and then to replace the tire, the actual tire, because it's already slashed, it's 680 or something. And then the owner of the shop, or the boss or whatever, because that's what they called him, he was like, well, just take my scooter, you can just use it for whatever, wherever you want to go to eat or whatever. And then I was just like, for free? And then he was like, yeah, for free, just take it and just come back in 1 hour. But then at that time I'm like, maybe I should just talk to the owner first and then see if they can do something about it. So we pulled out the owner here, where we rented the scooter. And then they were like, okay. And again, we had a flat tire still, so we had to walk the scooter, or just me and I had to walk as well. 10 minutes in our walk, a guy in a tuk-tuk pulls up and he's like, I'll drive you to the shop. It's just right there. Just follow me. It's very close. And I'm like, is the tuk-tuk free? Because, you know, I don't want to like discriminate or anything, but taxi drivers or tuk-tuk drivers are the sleaziest people ever when it comes to traveling, because, you know, they see tourists and they're like, oh, it's a walking money bag for them. But this one was very, very different, because he essentially was like, just hop in, like just me and I was walking, and then I was kind of like riding the scooter slowly. Yeah, it was free. Very, very shocking to me, because they're just very scammy in that sense, but this one was not. So he dropped us off to the mechanic shop, said thank you, left like, you know, like he didn't want anything at all or expected anything in return. We just pulled into the shop. This one mechanic literally grabbed my bike without even saying anything. He was like, he had a cigarette in his mouth, just like blowing smokes or whatever. I think he was working on another bike or something on the side. He grabbed our bike first and then started working on it. Jasmina was like, should you ask like how much it is first? And for some reason I just trusted him. I'm like, whatever, I know he's gonna give us like a fair price. And then 20 minutes in, he fixed our motorbike. Yeah, he just got it done, pushed it aside, and then he ended up charging us 180 baht for it, which is 20 baht less than the first one. I mean, the first one, they were fairly decent too, because I think on an average it's 200 baht, because the lady that we got to first, we asked her how much it is to repair the tube, and then she said 200 baht as well, but this one was 180 baht. And then he did it in 20 minutes. After he finished, he placed the motorbike right beside us, said 180 baht, and it looks like he spoke minimal English. He just knows the numbers and, you know, currency and whatever. He said 180 baht, still had a cigarette in his mouth. I think the locals here in Koh Lanta had really, really amazed me. This has become my favorite island here in Thailand, just because of the people, and everyone's just very, very friendly. I mean, aside from the fact that it's a beautiful place, you know, we have yet to see that obviously, but we've seen parts of it. But the landscape here is beautiful. It just has that sleepy town vibe to it. It's like the perfect island vibe, at least in my opinion, in our opinion. And everyone's just been so nice to us here. Finally made it to one of the beaches here. This one is called Klong Nin, and like I said, it's very, very cloudy, but the water is really warm. It's nice and warm. A lot had happened today, so we decided to end the day by relaxing at the beach before we called it a night. The following day, we decided to visit Old Town. First impressions of this place is that it's a very quiet. It's very peaceful. I mean, there's people here, there's tourists, but it's just, it gives off that very at peace kind of vibe, if that even makes sense, you know? But yeah, right now we're gonna go to this, I think it's like a shipwreck or something, but it's just right over on that area. But yeah, definitely first impressions is that it's a very laid back old town, and we dig it, we like it. In the past, Old Town had acted as a port and a commercial center for the island. It provided safe harbor for Arabic and Chinese trading vessels. But before becoming a trading location over 100 years ago, the town was home to a sea gypsy community that made a livelihood. They are also known as the Sea People. Today, Old Town is the district capital where tourists could learn more about its history as well as just take a peaceful stroll around town. Well, we're going to continue exploring Old Town, and I think we're gonna go, it seems like they have a bunch of small restos and shops over in that area, so I think we're gonna go there next. But I don't know what it is, but this place is just, I know there may not be much here for a lot of people, but for us it's such a beautiful place. I don't know. I think right now we're in the heart of Old Town because there's a lot of restos and little shops here, and there's tourists here as well. Walked around the main area and then it started raining, so we decided to have some lunch in the meantime. It is raining, so we found this place and I think we're just gonna have lunch here because yeah, it's raining and then it looks very beautiful here. It's by the water, or on the water I should say, because I don't know if you could see that, but over there you can see that the resto is actually right on the water, so we're just gonna have a little break because it's raining and it's coming down. Herbs or something, and I got the butterfly pea, and this one is supposed to, it has a lot of benefits. It's cool because on their menu it actually says the benefits of drinking their homemade drinks. Let's see if it's actually good. That's actually really good.
Really nice.
Yeah? Here, try mine. Very refreshing. Very healthy actually. Ooh, lemongrass is like, it has that aftertaste.
It does, it's nice, I like it.
Just Nina ordered the chicken pad thai, a classic. And here in Thailand, I feel like, you know, if the pad thai is really good and it's actually like a real one, they give you one of these, which is like a chili powder and like, you know, some sort of sauce for the pad thai, but that's when you know it's authentic Thai food, is when they give you these with your dish. But that looks really good. It's actually a good portion, and the price is actually really decent as well.
It's 90.
Yeah, it's 90 baht, which is fairly standard. Around here it's around 80 to 90. Yeah. Luckily, after lunch, the rain had stopped, so we continued our little stroll around town. Finished dinner, or not dinner, lunch. It was actually perfect timing because the sun had come out when we finished. So we're gonna head back out into Old Town. We actually saw this store that were selling bracelets and rings, and I think we're gonna get a few things from there. definitely enjoyed our time here, and most likely we'll be coming back again just because, I don't know, it's just really peaceful to walk around town. And the places, we found a couple of good spots as well for you know, getting souvenirs and eating, or even cafes, little cafes where you can just relax. It's yeah, we found quite a bit in there, but yeah, right now we're gonna go back into our place, and then depending on how the weather is, hopefully it stays like this, we're gonna head into one of our favorite beaches here in Koh Lanta. But overall, really enjoyed our time here. This is Bamboo Beach, and we've been coming here, and this is definitely one of our favorite beaches here in Koh Lanta. And as you can see, it's fairly empty right now. It's a long strip of white sand, beautiful waters, and it's amazing. The clouds are just rolling in right behind me, so we're just gonna actually take some photos and videos, and then hopefully it doesn't rain too much. But this is our go-to beach here in Koh Lanta. One of the main reasons is because it gives off that secluded, isolated feel to it, and it's just really beautiful, and it's relaxing here, and the water is just, it's amazing. The sunset is so surreal. Wow, and we're the only ones here. I am so glad we went to Bamboo Beach because the weather was just perfect. On the weather app, on our weather apps, it says it's going to be raining the entire time, but it actually didn't even rain. It was perfect weather. The sun was out. We had a crazy sunset. And there were a few people there, but they ended up leaving. Overall, great day. You know, Old Town, we're definitely going to go back there, and Bamboo Beach, I mean, that's a given. We're definitely going to go back. But right now, we're back at our place. We're going to have dinner and just call it a night. And so, yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to our channels if you haven't done so yet, and we'll catch you on tomorrow's vlog. Peace.